I'm looking forward to a really good and positive meeting, and we're looking forward to a very good outcome for our country, for our people, for the jobs in our country, and good trade relations, and to normalize relations between our two countries. South Africans. There's just so many of you around here. How are you, Minister? Very well. Huh? There's so many South Africans here. And there's one of them there, and everywhere else.
Yesterday morning, 5:25 a.m.
So you're better than me.
Alert and ready to go.
Yeah. Hi. Hello, how are you? Are you well? You good? Very good.
President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to sit down with U.S. President Donald Trump later on Wednesday today, where the two heads of state will deliberate on a range of topics. Ramaphosa, accompanied by Minister of Agriculture and DA leader John Steenhuisen, Minister of Trade and Industry Park Tau, Minister in the Presidency Khumbudzo Ntshavheni, International Relations Minister Ronald Lamola, and new special envoy to the U.S. Mcebisi Jonas arrived in Washington, D.C. earlier this week. While it had been reported that the meeting will be held in camera, now speaking to a publication called Newsroom Africa, Center for African Diplomacy and Leadership at the University of Johannesburg, Professor Oscar van Heerden said, knowing Trump, there are bound to be cameras. Chief Executive Officer of Everest Wealth, Thys van Zyl, says this visit is an attempt to restore diplomatic ties, and discussions will likely focus on trade relations, financial assistance, and investment opportunities. Now, just over 1 week ago, 49 Afrikaner boarded a U.S. chartered plane from the OR Tambo International Airport and traveled to America under Trump's refugee program. Trump initiated the program on the premise that a genocide was taking place in South Africa and Afrikaner, mainly farmers, were targeted. Now, despite numerous articles debunking this, the program went ahead and the U.S. welcomed the 49 Afrikaner with open arms. Last month, Trump announced reciprocal tariffs, sending markets and the trade world into disarray. According to the White House, Trump imposed additional tariffs on China, locally among the hardest hit sectors were the SA auto industry and agriculture. Now, however, Trump has since suspended the tariff increase for 90 days. Van Zyl believes Ramaphosa will need to demonstrate strong diplomatic skill in this meeting to either secure SA's continued participation in AGOA or establish an agreement that shields the country from higher tariffs. On the matter of funding cuts, local NGOs and the country's health sector have been hit the hardest, seeing the closure of much-needed facilities. It has been widely reported that Trump is punishing South Africa for its case against Israel at the International Court of Justice. Despite Trump's action, Minister of International Relations and Cooperation Ronald Lamola said South Africa will not compromise its international relations policy concerning the ICJ matter and its outlook on human rights. Now, 2 weeks ago, SA formally presented its case before the ICJ, where it accused Israel of serious violation of international law and human rights in the Palestinian territories, especially Gaza. Ramaphosa and Donald Trump are expected to discuss ongoing conflicts in Ukraine. As it stands, Trump has spoken to both Ukrainian President and Russia's Vladimir Putin in a bid to reach a ceasefire. Since Russia's February 2022 invasion of Ukraine, South Africa has maintained its neutrality, calling for talks between both sides. Last month, Zelensky was in South Africa for talks with Ramaphosa. However, he had to cut his visit short and return to his country following a fresh wave of violence. Well, there you have it, you guys. Please do share your thoughts with me in the